Here are 3 reasons why I quit my 200K plus job in 2016 at the age of 28. I quit without any plan in mind, and there were 3 reasons that allowed me to do so. Number 1 was that I was financially in a good place from a net worth perspective. At that point, I had already owned 2 condos that had appreciated significantly. Plus, I had money in the bank that I was already investing in other asset classes, and eventually would go on to buy even more property and do my first 1031 exchange after I quit my job. So that was a big reason that allowed me to quit the supposed rat race. And it's because I had money. I had net worth. And once you had net worth, you actually have assets. And those assets have an inherent value. It's not that I have like Chanel purses. Those are not the same. I had actual assets that had business value, like these homes and also stocks and other equities, right? So I had actual assets that allowed me to make a calculated bet to quit because I didn't have to work anymore. I already had all this net worth. Number 2, why I quit corporate and I didn't have to worry was because I had a very low run rate. Very low run rate. So what does that mean? I'd had no health issues. I was 28 when I retired, and I lived in a rent hack situation, which meant that I was the sub-landlord and I was renting out rooms in my apartment. And for that reason, my living cost, my run rate, my fixed costs, my living costs was so low. It was about $200 to $300 a month. Eventually, I ended up getting another rent hack upstairs in another unit in which I lived in the living room and had 2 bedrooms that I rented out. And that basically was another free situation because downstairs I was making a profit. Upstairs, I was literally paying basically only a few $100s. So my run rate was extremely low. No major health issues, which meant that I didn't need fancy health insurance. And number 2 was the low cost of living. Plus, I had no real debt. I didn't have massive student loans to pay. I didn't have children to care for. I didn't have a husband that didn't work to care for. I did not have any obligations outside of just myself, and I was okay living my pauper life in order to not have to take another job. Number 3 was, frankly, I was very sick of it. I was sick of the politics. I had basically PTSD from my experience in 5 years in a very tough sales environment. And I just said, I have nothing to lose. At this point, I'm in the prime of my health. I have very low cost of living. I have all the money in the world. I can do anything right now. I had youth on my side. I had nothing to lose. And that is why I took the leap to never, ever work for someone else again.